Welcome to White Third Tarot, where the reader is bubbly, but the readings can get dark. So I am going to be working on just a general energy check-in for all the signs, and I'm just going to go straight for general. I'm not doing the animal oracles. I'm not going to differentiate between love, work, and whatever. I'm just going to do general readings and see where it goes. All right, Taurus. What is going on with the bull gang? Ace of Pentacles. Son of Swords, Ten of Swords. Or Ten of Wands, sorry. Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Nine of Swords. Daughter of Swords. Mother of Cups. Ten of Pentacles. I think I saw the Tower. Ruh-roh. And the Devil. Nope, that wasn't the Tower. That was the Moon. Sweet. Mother of Wands. Oh. The Magician. Three of Swords. All right. Next, I would like to pull one from my Terror Tarot. Strength. Okay. All right. That feels later. Three of Swords. Ten of Wands. Nine of Swords. Son of Swords. The Devil. Mother of Wands. The Moon. Daughter of Swords. Mother of Cups. The Devil. Magician with the Ace of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles. And do I still have room? The Ten of Pentacles. Overarching energy is strength. Taurus, not gonna lie, this feels like something that hurt you ended up becoming very heavy in your energy. As in, you started wearing that pain. The Devil here, it feels like it comes with two stories. One is that was an external energy influencing you. It feels like it's something that got under your skin. Because what I hear when I look at it. Is it brought out the worst in me? It feels like there was something in your life that was tempting, but not good for you. And I say that because we have the Mother of Wands here along with the Devil. And the Mother of Wands to me is always a protective energy. Her posture and the way she's coiled around her eggs and her wand, it looks like she's just bracing to attack. And snakes are not aggressive, they are defensive. On the flip side, other than being an external energy in your life that made you feel the need to protect yourself, that made you feel unsafe, that brought out some of your own toxicity, I feel like it also speaks of something in your own energy: obsession, control, possessiveness. That's the thing about toxicity. Sometimes it's hard to know, and it's hard to acknowledge what the toxicity of others brings out in us and what the toxicity in ourselves brings out in others. I say this because, for example, from a psychological standpoint, right? Because I'm a psych grad. So that's kind of where my examples are going to come from. For example, in the case of someone with an avoidant attachment style with an anxious attachment style, the avoidance of the person with the avoidant attachment style is going to trigger the anxiety in the anxious attachment style. And the anxious attachment style is also going to trigger the avoidance in the avoidant person. And so, what I'm saying is that you end up with a dynamic where you're triggering each other into toxic behavior. Toxicity is not the same as malice. That's something that I want to establish first. Toxicity is not the same as malice. Toxicity is unfortunately a byproduct of maladaptive defense mechanisms. In the case of someone with an avoidant attachment style, they protect themselves by withdrawing into themselves instead of trying to repair the relationship or communicate or connect with other people. They find safety in themselves. And that's usually a byproduct of having been disappointed many, many times by other people before, or not getting help when they needed it too many times, etc., etc. Attachment styles develop in childhood. And so, in a household in which, for example, one or both parents were mostly absent and not there to meet the emotional needs of the child ends up growing up avoidant because they never got to rely on anyone else for their safety or to meet their emotional needs. In the case of someone with an anxious attachment style, it's kind of similar, but they end up developing that way because of abandonment. Their their source of safety and love and whatnots was unreliable. And so when they feel emotionally uncomfortable or unsafe, or they have emotional needs arise, they feel the need to grasp. and reach for the other person. And you can see how that can be triggering to someone that withdraws into themselves when something doesn't feel right. And you see how the avoidance response could be harmful for the person with anxious attachment because neither of their needs are being met. Deep down, what they're doing is they're both craving connection. They both want emotional safety and connection, but self sabotaging instead. And that's frustrating to want, crave, and need something while also being the very thing that pushes it away. So, with that being said, that is toxicity. That is toxic behavior. But it's not malice that makes them do that, it's past pain. With what I'm seeing here, it feels like a dynamic like that, where sure, the other person was toxic too, but so were you. You both became toxic in that dynamic. Because with the Son of Swords and the Mother of Wands, this feels like a very frantic energy. This feels like, and this is yours, this feels like someone that went into defense, went into self protection mode, instead of continuing to try to connect. With the Moon and the Daughter of Swords and the Mother of Cups emerging after, as you can see, the Daughter of Cups and the Mother of Cups, the color scheme and the patterning in the background is similar. And this to me feels like softness. Because the Daughter of Swords is discerning, she is observant, but she is also, she comes from a place more in the heart. The Swords is usually about mental communication, thoughts, thinking. It's usually a sharper energy, but the Daughter of Swords comes with a little bit of softness. And then we have the Mother of Cups, about emotional intelligence, about kindness, about being in the heart. And it looks to me like while you were in the energy of the Moon, you did sort through all this. Not just the what they did to me, but also how I behaved. Where did I go wrong? And the Mother of Cups tells me a story about self forgiveness. It tells me that you acknowledged your limitations. You acknowledged what they did, you acknowledged what you did, and you came out with a better understanding of why certain dynamics just don't work. The Mother of Cups is also reaching. And that reminds me of empathy. Because the truth is that when we leave someone behind, when we choose to sever ties with someone that we care about, it's easier to lie to ourselves and tell ourselves that they were toxic, they were the problem, they were malicious. The initial version of them that we saw was just a lie. It was just a mask, a facade. It was fake. It wasn't real. their bad behavior at the end was who they really are, but we know that people are more complex than that. And you're acknowledging the other person whole. You're acknowledging that, yes, how they behaved in the end was who they are, but so was the version of them that I saw in the beginning. Both are real. It's not just potential, it's both real, it's both there. It's just a matter of who do they choose to be. Which version of them was more sustainable for them? And when you carry empathy, leaving someone like that behind feels like you're walking away from an injured cat. You see them, they're wounded, but every time you try to help them, you get scratched or bit. And at some point, you have to walk away. At some point, you have to say, I can't keep getting hurt by you when all I'm trying to do is help you, connect with you. But you still feel like you're walking away from an injured cat that needed you. But the magician being here, to me, the magician is the card of embodying what it is you want. He's the card of manifestation, but that's how manifestation works. You become what you want. So that tells me I don't see a bridge between the two energies. But that tells me that you're starting to understand that you are becoming what you deserve. You are becoming what you want. Now, do you want someone that feels like a wounded cat that keeps scratching and biting you every time you try to love it? Or do you want someone that doesn't need saving? Do you want someone that doesn't need to be taught how to love you? Because that's the cold, hard truth, is that at the end of the day, it is every man for himself. I believe in love. I believe in compassion. I believe in people connecting and being there for one another. But I also believe in autonomy. I also believe in free will. And you can't bend someone else's will to want to connect with you. No matter how beneficial you think it would be for them. Nor does it benefit you to make them. After the magician, we have the Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. So that, to me, talks of a new opportunity. It seems love isn't in the cards quite yet. This is about money. This is about work. This is about material opportunities. And I think that that's a good thing. After this, you may need some more time to process. Let's see if they want to give us a bridge between the Mother of Cups and the Magician. Seven of Pentacles. Six of Wands. Re-emerging from the rubble. Two of Cups, Ace of Swords, and the Daughter of Wands. What is with the Seven of Pentacles? The Tower. Now clarify the Tower, please. Five of Cups. That feels external to you. I knew it. The Empress. Five of Swords, Ace of Cups. Taurus, I think we got hijacked. The Sun and the Hanged Man. All right. All right. So I have the Seven of Pentacles here, and that's a period of contemplation. That's wondering where the good stuff is. Attached to that, we have an external energy going through a tower. And when I asked to clarify the Tower, I got the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is about the watering hole drying up. And that to me says that something that they tried to do hasn't been working out for them. We have the Five of Swords, self-destruction. And then we have the Empress, and that's us. I'm Taurus too. Then we have the Ace of Cups, which is a new offer, usually of love. Then we have the Two of Cups, which is about union. The Six of Wands, the Six of Wands being here, right in between all this, tells me that you're already on a path of healing. You're already trying to move up and onward. But then you get an Ace of Cups, an offer for a Two of Cups. Ace of Swords and Daughter of Wands tells me, though, that you may not respond to this positively. I say that because Ace of Swords is like sharp communication. Daughter of Wands speaks to me about boundaries, like she's tougher than she looks kind of energy. Hold on, Reptile Room's trying to go night-night. Okay, so anyway, the Daughter of Wands is more like boundaries, because what sticks out to me is what I read in the guidebook where it says that she's tougher than she looks. And all of this, we have the Hanged Man and the Sun. Seems like an odd combination, but the Sun is about happiness, the happiness, just ultimate happiness. Hangman is about seeing things from a different perspective. This to me says that you're rethinking what your happiness even looks like. Eight of Pentacles, the Sit and Wait card, Ambush Predator. Father of Swords, Discernment. I figured that this would come out. Six of Cups, Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is about juggling, trying to make a decision, balance. Six of Cups is about nostalgia. Yeah, you know what this is telling me? This is telling me that for a while there, you thought that something was going to be your happiness, but you're taking a more discerning approach now with the same thing. Like where you used to be in a spot where you were like, unconditionally, if they came back, I'd take them back, kind of thing. Now, it feels like that's changed. You have standards, you have your boundaries. Come correct or don't come at all. Nine of Cups, because I am good on my own. Three of Wands, I have other things to look forward to. Yeah. It looks to me like you're redefining what happiness looks like to you. It's not a specific person anymore. Star, the world. The world is about ending a cycle and beginning a new one. The star is about wishes, hopes, dreams, what you want. You know what this is really reminding me of? This is reminding me of those people who go to, well, so I used to read for the public, and I would get a lot of clients sitting across from me saying, but they're my soulmate. They're my twin flame. Why are they acting like this? Are they going to come back? But the harsh truth about soulmates and twin flames is that they are glamorized, because soulmates have history together. They know each other well on a soul level because they've met before, possibly even connected in past lives, maybe been married, had kids together, spent lives together. But they are no different from any other ex. And sure, the potential is there to have a very, very good, deep, fulfilling relationship with a soulmate or a twin flame. The potential is there. Keyword potential. But if your soulmate or twin flame is treating you like crap, then you still are not obligated to put up with that. Even if they're your soulmate, even if they're your twin flame, you're not bound to them. I mean, sure, you share a connection where sometimes you feel what the other person feels. Sometimes you kind of have this like telepathic something going on or other where, you kind of connect on a different level than you would with anyone else. But again, all of that is just potential. If your soulmate or your twin flame refuses to work on the connection as much as you are willing to work on the connection, or vice versa, you are not obligated to stay. You are not obligated to put up with that. You are not obligated to stick around for that. You are allowed to leave. There's no contract anywhere that says that you are stuck with each other. You can have a healthy relationship with someone else, somewhere else. You don't have to be together. If it's toxic, leave it. If it makes you feel like you're not good enough, leave it. If it makes you feel abandoned or anxious, leave it. Heal. And whether or not the other person ends up healing, whether or not they end up doing the work, you can't control that. And it's not up to you whether or not they even do that. Yes, that puts you at their mercy. So, do you sit around waiting for them to get their shit together, or do you move on? I say all this because at the end there is an energy of a return. But the question is, have they done the work? The question is, now that your standards have changed, now that your expectations have changed, are they able to meet them? And if they don't, as happy as you may be that they're back, will you remember to say no? That is the question. So, my Taurus gang, that was your general check in that turned into a love reading for the month of September. Um, Hopefully, everything goes swimmingly. Me personally, I'm mostly excited about that stuff that we saw after the magician because, you know, job opportunities would be nice. Opportunities for material gain would be very, very nice. As a Taurian, we do like nice things, don't we? So, anyway, like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification button so that you get notified every time I upload a video. And I will see you in the next one.